Hi, if you're in this video, you're probably between 60 and 75 years old and you are battling with two questions. Have I got enough money to retire? And will my money last in retirement? My name is Albert Skierman. I'm an advisor for AS Brokers in Gauteng, South Africa. In this video, we're going to talk about the problem. How big is this problem? What is the chances that you are part of that problem? I'm going to give you some guidelines how our investments work. I'm going to guide you towards solutions. How can you solve this problem and not have money problems in retirement? How big is the problem? Well, if you take 100 people, so just think back of the people that were in your class when you were a matric. If there were 100 people in your class, one will be filthy rich. About 5 will be financially independent. They will have enough money to retire financially free without problems. 29 got some investments, some savings, but they still have to work. They don't have enough. 46% of people don't have anything. They live off SASSA. The balance is no longer with us. What has changed? Why is it so difficult? I think for the 46%, they are unemployed, unskilled, uneducated. There's not much we can do for them. For the 29%, they are the typical middle class. That's where I grew up in, and the bulk of my audience will be of the 29%. So what happened to us? I think when we were children, I grew up in the 70s, was born in the 60s. I'm the last of the baby boomers. Our parents, they were just middle class people. A family where we had one car. We went to government school, so parents didn't pay school fees. Government provided for medical aid, so it was not necessary for our mothers to work. We grew up in a time where our mothers stayed at home. I started work in the 80s, and that's where things started to change. Our wife suddenly had to work because just two things that I can think of: at school fees, medical aid. We suddenly had to start paying those things. We couldn't get by with our salaries. A big change happened to pension funds, or they changed to defined contribution from defined benefits. Now, if you've got parents that's maybe still alive, or family that's still receiving a pension. A lot of people who worked for the railways, for example, the railways are still paying them their pension. They diluted some of the benefits, but they're still getting it because they were on defined benefit. That change made that our pension funds does not look the same as those of our parents, of our grandparents, because they worked in a different era. Then our lifestyle, a big change happened. We suddenly all had to live in double-story houses, drive 2 cars. Our children's got to go to the most fancy schools. School fees is nowadays more than university fees. So it's more and more difficult for people to save for their retirement funds. There is a good chance that your children is not getting work. You still may be looking after your adult children. And there is families that do not just look after the children, but they look after their parents as well. Can you see how difficult it is to have surplus money available to save for pension fund? In the beginning of my video, I asked the question, are you concerned that you do not have enough money? There's a good reason for your concern. And I just asked ChatGPT to help me a bit with this. So I've created some prompts. How much monthly income does a typical middle class South African in the top 35% of the income group actually need at the age of 65 to retire comfortably in 2025 going on to 2026? The answer he came up with is 25 to 35,000 Rand a month. And how did he come to that figure? The cost of medical aid is between 6,000 to 10,000, and he mentioned per person. I work with those products, but 6 to 10,000 rand for a couple at least. If you're on a good plan, 12 to 18,000. Groceries and household, 10 to 15,000 for a couple. Transport, 3 to 5,000. Full maintenance, tires, even the car, if the car is not paid off. Utilities, rates and taxes, 2,500 to 6,000. Personal expenses, 2 to 6,000. Lifestyle and small luxuries, 2 to 5,000. I asked the next question. Chat, why can't that income stay the same and why must that increase every year? And I think that is getting back to that inflation. The cost of living goes up every single year, even in retirement. If your income stays flat, your lifestyle shrinks. Not because you're spending more, but because everything around you becomes more expensive. Medical aid increases faster than normal inflation. Average medical inflation in South Africa is between 9 and 12%. We saw it this year. I think the lowest increase was Discovery. It was around about 7 point something percent. And the largest one I saw was 19 point something percent. That's double normal inflation. Groceries go up 7 to 10% per annum. Rates and taxes, electricity, fuel, all climb every year. We all know about electricity and the cost of it. The cost of fuel. Everything just goes up and up and up. Your money loses buying power every year. If inflation is 6 to 8%, typical in South Africa, and your income stays flat, your real income drops 6 to 8% every year. And then just a last note under this question I asked, is retirement is long, 25 to 35 years. People live longer. If you're in good health and you're looking after yourself, Discovery Vitality reckons you've got a 20-year longer life expectancy. Let's work with 25,000 a month. If that income must increase by 8% per annum to keep up with rising costs, what does that mean for a 65-year-old today? If a 65-year-old needs 25,000 per month and the expenses rises with 8% per annum, next year they already need 27,000. At age 70, 34,000, at 75, 50,000, at 80, 73,000, and at 85, 107,000. I'll ask the next question. If someone has 5 million saved up and draws down 25,000 a month, increasing with 8%, how long will their money last? Their money is going to run out in 133 months, about 11 years. No growth, no investment return. Even with 5 million saved, a 65-year-old drawing down 25k per month, increase with 8%, will run out of money at roughly age 76. I quickly want to share with you my parents' story. My parents retired in 1983. I just came out of the army. I was the youngest. I didn't want to go into the family business, and my father decided that's it, he's going to sell. He was 60 years old at the time. He lived till 88, so he was in retirement for 28 years. I do not know the exact figures, but I made calculations from what my mother told me. I reckon they had between 120 and 150,000 rand at the time. It sounds like nothing, but if you work back with inflation, they had roughly between 3.2 million and 3.5 million in today's money. My mother always said at the time they felt they were rich. They stayed in their house for a couple of years, then moved closer to the children. Brother assisted them to buy a house. Later they moved in with them. Much later we had to put them in an old age home. But I think their money lasted for about 10-11 years. Fits in exactly with what I've been telling you and what ChatGPT gave me with inflation figures. So my clients, the clients that I deal with, all got saved up about 3 to 5 million. That's typically a middle class savings. If you've got more than that, you are very fortunate. People that save themselves rich, I can count them on the fingers of my one hand. So a very small portion of people got more than 10 million, more than 15 million, and a very small portion, more than 20 million saved up on investment. How does investments work? And I use the analogy of a bucket. I like to show a bucket. So inside the bucket sits your capital, and in the top of the bucket flows in interest and dividends. That's the growth that you're getting from your investment. At the bottom of a bucket is a tap, and from the tap flows your income. Together with your income flows out tax, because you've got to pay tax, and also fees, because all these products that you invest in got fees. There are threats to your bucket. So first there is threat to the capital inside the bucket, and that threats are not enough growth, poor investment decisions, inflation, and your long life expectancy. So if you live too long, that's a big threat to the money in your bucket. What's the threats to the money flowing out? Well, it's tax. If you did not structure your investments properly, you're paying too much tax. And fees. You'll see in investment products there are fees, and that fees can vary. Some of the products are very expensive. So to summarize your problems, it's tax, fees, inflation, products that do not grow, your life expectancy, living too long. We're at the last part of this presentation, and this is where you come in. You've got to make some serious decisions. You've got to optimize what you got, make certain you know how long your investments is going to last. If you've got enough, you're fine. If you don't have enough, you've got to make plans. Make certain your current investments is optimized for tax, optimized for fees, for inflation. Make certain you're getting the best possible return, and make certain you get the product that gives you optimized income every month. And that's not just for your voluntary money, that's also for your compulsory money. If you've got a living annuity, give us an opportunity to look at it so that we can see if it's optimized and that you are getting the maximum and paying the least amount of fees. In the links below, I've created two links. One is to figure out where you are today, and the other one is for a business opportunity. Now you're going to ask me, why would you want to create a business? That's going to be difficult. I know it's difficult, but that's one of the most fulfilling things that you can possibly do. Imagine you can create an income for you that cannot be taken away from you. So if you're short in your retirement, create the money you need. So that's my message to you, is optimize what you've got and create what you need. Now you've got a lot of skills, you've got a lot of knowledge, you've got experience, you've got wisdom. Maybe you've got a product or a piece of knowledge that can be turned into a product. You know, there's billions of people on the planet. Somebody out there wants to know the skills that you got. Turn it into an opportunity. I'm going to see you in the video that I've created in the links. I'm looking forward to that. Cheers, bye.